This is a list from Reddit, and it is a very, very simple premise. What is the strangest reason you've ever broken up with somebody?
Okay.
I know I haven't given you guys much time to prepare for this, but have you ever had a crazy reason for breaking up with somebody, Kat or Chandel? Because they've got some good ones over here on Reddit. For example, here's the first one. I didn't mean to cut you off. Did you have a good one?
I just had somebody that was really needy, needed constant interaction and constant approval and constant. It was just too much. Is
this the guy who you coined the incredible term had more flowers on his panties than you did?
I think so, maybe.
I love that term. That was a great figure of speech that I'd never heard before.
Yeah.
Well, you, Chandel, I know you had some doozies back when you were dating.
I've done the same thing. Somebody was too needy. He would get really angry at me if I wouldn't text him back enough. And then somebody that was way too obsessed with their dog. And it wasn't like a manly dog. It was a girly dog. So it really bothered me.
All right, well, let me tell you some that Reddit users have come up with. For example, every time we kissed, he would say, yummy. It was meant to be sexy. It wasn't.
Oh, no.
All right, I like this one. My computer's being all slow. She was putting mustard on her fries by applying it to her hand first and then rubbing it all over the fries.
Oh, that's gross.
Then she licked the mustard off her hand. You would never ever think she would do this by looking at her or speaking to her. And also, this is just me editorializing now. Who puts mustard on fries? That's weird too.
Yeah,
not really.
And then you put mustard on your fries?
I don't, but I know people that do.
Okay, I think that's weird, but not break up worthy. But have you ever seen someone apply a condiment to their fingers and then rub it on their food?
No.
I can't say that either. She wore the same deodorant as my mother.
Okay.
I guess maybe just brought up the smell of that guy's mother.
I guess so.
I was with a guy and we were watching Apollo 13. This was a whole bunch of years ago. He looked at me all seriously and said, wow, I hope they get back okay. I couldn't date him after that. She wouldn't stop wearing this stupid hat. Hats can be very polarizing, I've learned.
Okay.
When we would watch shows on the DVR, she wouldn't fast forward through the commercials.
Really? You break up with someone for that?
If you're going to have the luxury of a DVR... Oh, no, I'm with this guy. If you're going to pay for the luxury of a DVR... You should be fast forwarding through the commercials. Are you kidding me?
I don't fast forward through them, but it's not like I'm against it. I just don't.
Why would you not do that? It's like 4 minutes of your life.
Honestly, halfway through the episode, I'm like, oh, I totally forgot that this isn't live TV.
Okay. I mean, I guess forgetting is one thing. Plus, you're probably by yourself when you're doing this, aren't you?
Yeah.
If Josh was with you, he would be like, fast forward through this.
Maybe.
If he wasn't already beating you to it anyway. All right, let me see here. He smelled like maple syrup. Always.
That would be concerning. Why do you smell like maple syrup all the time?
I don't understand this one. Maybe you guys can explain it to me. One day I realized she looked like Paul Dano and I couldn't unsee it. That was it.
I don't know who Paul Dano is.
I don't either. She ate her peas one at a time. And it says ... one at a time. Who would do that? She put the spoon into the sugar jar after stirring her coffee. Would leave clumps of coffee in the sugar. That's disgusting.
That's not the end of the world.
Anybody?
Maybe just buy the packets of sugar from now on.
You see, this one, there might be a way around that, I feel like. All right, let's keep going here. You hanging in there with this, Kat?
Sure.
She held her fork overhand as if it was a shovel.
Oh, that would be weird. I might break up with someone for that.
You can't take someone like that anywhere. I can see that being annoying.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to skip that one. It's really long. She walked too slow. We'd go out somewhere and walk down the street, and I'd turn around, and she was like 20 feet behind me. I guess that's part of compatibility.
That's so annoying.
I guess.
Or maybe he needs to just slow down and learn how to appreciate life.
No. Anytime me and Josh are walking through the mall, I feel like I'm dragging him.
You do need to have some sort of speed compatibility, I suppose.
Sure.
If one's a power walker and one's really slow. Here's another one. This could be annoying. She would sing along with the songs that were playing on the radio, but with a delay of about half a second. Like she knew the tune, but didn't know the words until she heard them. It got so annoying so quickly. Nope.
Aww.
What do you think about that one? I can see that being annoying.
Sure.
His toenails were so long they clicked on the floor. like
Ew.
a raptor from Jurassic Park.
Yes, get
Kinda
rid
gross.
of him.
That's kind of gross. That's just poor hygiene. Let's see, that one's kind of long too. Oh my goodness. I left my ex because she would never clear the leftover time on the microwave.
Really?
That happens here in the office, and I have to tell you, I can't explain why, but that annoys me. It really does.
Okay.
Like a fear of commitment. You can't commit to the minute and a half. You have to pull it out 12 seconds early, and then remind everyone that you had to pull it out 12 seconds early.
Yeah.
And plus, so here at the office, when I go to heat up my food and I start pushing the buttons, it doesn't register because there's still 12 seconds from the last jerk who used the microwave. You probably don't use the microwave very much, do you?
No, not
'Cause
really.
I was gonna say this would bother you. She didn't believe in the moon landing. Someone broke up with someone because of that.
Okay.
I guess that you need to have agreements on some things. Thoughts on that one, Kat? I figured you'd light up about that one.
No, I mean there are people who conspiracy theorists who think that the moon landing was all fake. So hey, but I don't know.
Would let's say there was something like that you really believed in and someone just said it was fake? I could see that being really annoying.
Maybe I don't know.
She would only eat at restaurants that served Mountain Dew. If they did not, she could not eat there.
Some people are really weird about their Mountain Dew. Like, they have to have it.
I agree. I still think it's overrated.
I don't drink it. I think it's gross.
Kat likes Mountain Dew.
Sometimes, and only from certain places, and I'm picky about it. But yes, sometimes. I don't know that I would limit myself on where I would eat based on who served Mountain Dew. Typically, if I go to a restaurant to eat, I don't get Mountain Dew with my dinner. So,
All right. That seems understandable to me. Let's see. He put A1 all over his filet mignon that I made him for Valentine's Day. It goes on to say, a filet mignon. This is not like some butcher shop.
right.
I could see that. We weren't allowed to put steak sauce on our meat growing up because my mom said it was, you just don't do that.
It's insulting, my understanding, to a chef to do that. Why, I'll never understand, but apparently it is.
Because if the steak is cooked well,
You shouldn't eat
and
it.
properly, you shouldn't need it. The steak should have enough flavor on its own.
I see. I guess that makes sense. She tried to snuggle and be cute during the movie Inception. Never once did she pay attention. Then it ended and she told me she hated it because it was too confusing. I could never let that go.
Okay.
I kind of appreciate that one. I thought that
Maybe
was
she wasn't paying attention because she was so confused by what was going on, though.
I suppose, maybe. I did not care for that movie either, but I was watching it intently. I'll wrap up with this one. She pronounced it cold slaw. COLD slaw.